Welcome back. So, one of the other products that's offered in the finance office that I wanted to go over was appearance protection products. There's several, well, not even several, there's probably hundreds of brands of different products that people will sell. Sometimes it'll be called Permaplate or Enviroguard or Xzilon or whatever else. It's all an exterior and sometimes interior protectant, and a lot of times it's just a wax and a warranty. So this is something that a lot of times people will get because they're like, oh, well, I don't have to detail the car. Oh, like my other car got really stained up, and I want to make sure that it doesn't look like that. And that's a good way of going about it, especially if you got a light interior. Then you don't want black spots all over your seats or anything like that. For example, Permaplate, when we were selling that in finance, it was a 7-year coverage, so you get 7 years, unlimited mileage, and it will cover any rips, stains, tears, burns, cigarette burns, anything like that on your interior upholstery, any upholstered items. And then the exterior paint was covered for any deglossing, oxidation, environmental damage from like bird droppings, tree sap, stuff like that. So it sounds pretty good, and a lot of times they will show you that the product is, this waterproofing agent. It's something that will, protect your seats forever, and it's just warranted for 7 years, but it really lasts forever. And just kind of be aware of that. It's something that is one of the higher profit margins in the dealership. Typically, the contracts themselves are only going to cost, a couple $100 at most, and then you're paying a couple $100 for an install. So if you're getting charged, $1,200 for an environmental protection or appearance protection, it's got a decent amount of profit in it. So that is something that, unless you're basically guaranteed to do more than the price of the warranty's damage to the car, I would avoid it. It's something that, a detail on your car is going to cost you $200. When you go to sell it, you can get it detailed. They'll try to take all the stains out, and they'll make it look really, really good. When the dealership goes to sell it again too, they'll do a full detail on it as well. So when they go to sell it, they're going to have it look really nice anyway. So it's not as important for your resale value. I mean, maybe if you go private party, interior is going to make a little bit more difference, but you're also going to be able to detail that before you do that as well. So I would just be aware of it. If you're planning on, having kids in your car, and you want the white leather interior, and that they could drink grape juice without lids and stuff, then maybe it's worth it. But at least just kind of consider what your actual use case is, and what you're actually going to get out of it. A lot of the stuff that's sold in finance is a value proposition. It's, can you see the value in the coverage that we're going to provide? And if you can, and it exceeds the price, then it's something that they'll sell you. If the value doesn't exceed the price, then you're not going to buy it. And so a lot of times they'll hype stuff up. They'll make it sound like it's this, amazing product. And sometimes they are. I've seen really cool stuff. We spray painted the hood of a car one time, and it was coated with Xzilon, and they wiped it off. And it was pretty neat to see. But I also did the same thing to my own car with wax. So instead of putting, newspaper or any sort of other prep stuff when I was spray painting a portion of one of my older cars, I just put wax where I didn't want the paint, and it rubbed off just as easy. So that's something to be aware of. If you're not wanting to have to wax your car all the time, it's not going to make it not need to get waxed. If you are worried about stains, but you don't know how often they're going to happen, details don't cost that much. You get a lot of details for $1,200. So That's just my 2 cents on it. Not to make anyone feel bad if they've already bought it or anything like that, but it's something that I personally don't recommend unless there's a really good reason for it. So yeah, thank you again, and if you are enjoying the content that I'm putting out there, please click subscribe below and click on the bell icon, and that will give you notifications when I have new videos come out. And also, if you could leave some comments below, any questions, anything that you'd like me to talk about, topics, anything that that might be pertinent. It doesn't even have to be about cars. I'll try to go on rants about random stuff. I've already done it a couple of times. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hope you have a great day.